A reckoning on Redwood Street. The police report labeled it justified force, but a shaky cell phone video told a different story. Samuel Wright, a 73-year-old pastor, lay broken on the pavement, beaten for daring to protect a terrified teenager from harassment. The officers had no idea whose father they targeted that night. For 8 years, Nathan Wright, Samuel's estranged son, had vanished into the wilderness, burying his past as a special operations soldier under layers of silence. One voicemail shattered that isolation. "Your father's in the hospital. They nearly killed him." As Samuel fought for his life, Nathan returned to a neighborhood under siege by powerful forces. Men who never anticipated a son, with lethal skills and nothing left to lose. Samuel's midnight runs were a ritual. At Walker's corner store, under buzzing fluorescent lights, he stacked toothpaste, soap, hand warmers, and sandwiches for the homeless shelter 6 blocks away. "These late nights'll wear you out, mister." "Right," said Clara, the cashier, her voice warm with familiarity. Samuel chuckled, his lined face kind but resolute. Some folks only come out when they think no one's watching. The night air bit as Samuel walked down Redwood Street, plastic bags swinging. Streetlights cast shadows over cracked sidewalks, where gentrified buildings gleamed next to boarded-up relics. On Maple Avenue, raised voices stopped him. 2 plainclothes men cornered a teenager against a brick wall. The boy's hand shook, his voice cracking. "I swear I don't have anything. Let me go." Samuel set his bags down. Instincts honed from years of stepping into hard moments took over. "Evening, gentlemen," he called, approaching calmly. "Everything all right?" The men turned, one tall and broad, the other wiry with a shaved head. "Police business," the taller one snapped, flashing a badge too fast to read. "Move along." "I'm just concerned for the young man," Samuel said, hands visible. "He seems frightened." The boy, maybe 16, looked at Samuel with desperate hope. "Sir, please. This doesn't concern you," the wiry officer cut in. Samuel introduced himself, offering to mediate, but the taller officer stepped forward. "You're interfering, old man." "Last warning." Samuel stood firm. "I'd like to see some identification. What's the boy suspected of?" The air shifted. Something dangerous flickered in the officer's eyes. "Run," Samuel whispered to the teen. The boy bolted. The taller officer swore, turning his fury on Samuel. A shove sent him stumbling. Before he could recover, the wiry officer twisted his arm, forcing him to his knees. "You're under arrest for obstruction." The first punch stole Samuel's breath. Blows rained down, precise and brutal. A rib cracked. Blood filled his mouth. Through swelling eyes, he saw a figure in the shadows. A homeless man, phone raised, recording. Then darkness closed in as the officers dragged him behind a dumpster, one muttering, "Nobody'll miss another old black man." Morning light filtered into Riverside Hospital's ICU. Samuel lay unconscious, his face swollen, a breathing tube in place. 3 fractured ribs and a concussion marked the cost of his courage. In the waiting room, a TV droned. An elderly man was hospitalized after a confrontation with police. Video shows officers defending themselves from an aggressive individual. The footage, edited to start mid-beating, stripped away context, painting Samuel as the instigator. 500 miles away, in a remote cabin, Nathan Wright cleaned a rifle with mechanical precision. At 35, his body was lean, his eyes guarded. 8 years in special ops had left scars no one saw. His phone buzzed, another missed call. He ignored it until instinct made him check. A voicemail played. "This is Thomas Reed. Your father's in the hospital. He might not make it." Nathan's hand tightened. He opened a trunk, revealing unopened letters in Samuel's careful handwriting. Beneath them, a photo, a younger Samuel with his arm around teenage Nathan, both smiling. Nathan packed a duffel and left. At Riverside Hospital, Nathan's military bearing drew stares. An elderly woman dropped her watering can. "Lord, Nathan Wright," she whispered. "We thought you'd never come back." He nodded curtly, avoiding her mention of his mother's death. In room 307, Samuel's bruised face broke something in Nathan. He sat rigidly, whispering, "I never got to say I was sorry." "He wouldn't want sorry," said a voice. Rachel, a nurse, stood in the doorway. "He just wants you here." She handed Nathan a USB drive. "My cousin recorded it. Your father was protecting a kid." Nathan's fingers closed around the drive, rage simmering beneath his calm. The next morning, Nathan walked his childhood streets. Artisanal coffee shops had replaced corner stores, but poverty lingered in untouched pockets. Samuel's neighborhood sat at a crossroads, half gentrified, half abandoned. A familiar face approached. Jamal, a reformed ex-gang member Samuel had helped. "Your dad saved me," Jamal said. "What they did ain't right." Jamal pointed Nathan to the teen, Malik, at Pierce's Market. Malik's hands trembled as he spoke. "They knew my name before I said anything. Your dad told me to run." Nathan's jaw tightened. This wasn't random. Nathan's sister, Lena, arrived at the hospital, her tailored suit and sharp gaze marking her as a civil rights attorney. "You weren't here when Mom died," she snapped, "or when Dad got foreclosure notices." Nathan stayed silent. Lena pulled out a legal pad. "Officers James Carter and Paul Reed. Both have complaints, all dismissed. I'm building a case." At the precinct, Nathan played the grieving son, requesting the incident report. Officer Carter smirked. "Old man should have stayed in bed." Nathan memorized his face, rage coiling tighter. That night, in Samuel's modest home, Nathan found a journal hidden behind theology books. Entries detailed forced property sales, police harassment, and a company, Apex Horizon. A pattern emerged. Samuel had been documenting a conspiracy. Pastor Ellis, Samuel's friend, confirmed it. "They've been buying up the neighborhood. Your father refused to sell the community center." Nathan's investigation deepened. Rachel revealed her uncle was Officer Carter's brother, hinting at past cleanups. She found a list of names Samuel had given her uncle tied to Apex Horizon. Nathan and Lena connected the dots. Police incidents spiked before property sales, all linked to Apex, owned by Sentinel Ventures and controlled by Victor Hale, Nathan's former commanding officer. Hale's tactics mirrored military ops: destabilize, control, profit. Nathan confronted Carter at a diner. "Apex Horizon. Police incidents before sales. I know the game." Carter sneered. "Your father was in the way. We're cleaning up." Nathan's voice was ice. "If he dies, you're done." Samuel woke, his voice weak but clear. "They planted drugs on the boy. Set him up." Lena pushed to go public, but Nathan hesitated. "One video won't take down Hale. We need more." A former city inspector, Marcus Tate, offered falsified reports but was found dead hours later, a heart attack at 42. Rachel was followed home. Nathan installed security and took her to City Hall's server room, where they uncovered Apex's plans, red zone neighborhoods marked for redevelopment. Hale's emails ordered resolution of Samuel's resistance. As they escaped a security sweep, Nathan admitted, "Hale was my commander. He's waging war here." Officer Daniel Morse, a 15-year veteran, contacted Lena. "They target kids to break communities. I've got proof." He agreed to testify, but vanished before his statement. His family moved to an Apex-owned safe house. Hale sent Nathan a video. "You're a liability, right? I clean liabilities." Nathan and Lena formed the Samuel Wright Initiative, uniting survivors, clergy, and honest cops. From Samuel's living room, they planned a multi-platform broadcast. Samuel, now stronger, insisted on speaking. "We give them truth. All of it." The broadcast launched. Lena detailed Apex's scheme, backed by the unedited video, property records, and Samuel's ledger. Nathan exposed Hale's military tactics. Samuel spoke last. "My God is bigger than their lies." Power outages and internet disruptions failed to stop the stream, thanks to a hacker ally, Shadow. The video went viral. Protests erupted, peaceful but unyielding. Hale's media allies smeared Samuel, but cracks appeared. FBI raids hit Apex and City Hall. Carter was arrested, screaming at cameras. Hale fled, but was detained abroad. Nathan was kidnapped, beaten, and rescued by Lena's veteran team. 6 months later, The lot behind Samuel's church became the Samuel Wright Community Center, a hub for jobs, counseling, and youth programs. Lena ran for district attorney, vowing reform. Samuel preached again, his voice ringing. Bruises mark survivors. We're still here. Nathan visited his mother's grave, reading Samuel's letters. The final one spoke of hope for his return. "I'm home," Nathan whispered, tears falling. The neighborhood bloomed. Local shops, murals, gardens, proof of a community unbroken. Justice wasn't complete, but the truth had shifted power. Apex's machine was exposed, its leaders facing trials. Federal laws were proposed to protect residents. Samuel, Lena, and Nathan sat on the church steps, watching kids play. "Justice isn't loud," Samuel said. "It's knowing we're still standing." What would you do to protect your home, your truth? Share your thoughts below. How do you view the role of violence and injustice in our world? Take a stand, voice your perspective, and let's spark a real conversation.